week is my topic, and I decided that it would be talking about what our idea of heaven is, if we even believe that there is one. And the reason I brought this up is because I've been kind of on a spiritual path as of late. It's good because after my dad died about 4 years ago, I didn't want to believe in anything, and I was angry at what I knew as God. And I grew up, both of my parents were ministers, so I grew up in the church. I grew up with Christianity, and really, we went to church like easily 4 times a week for different stuff. And so my idea of God and heaven were pretty much packaged up with a little bow. And so when my dad died, it all kind of got torn apart, and I didn't believe in any of it. But the one thing that I wanted to believe more than anything after he died was that there was this idea of heaven, and that I would see him again, because it was the only thing that made me feel any semblance of comfort. That was probably my process of working through grief, was accepting the fact that there may not be this heaven, and I may not see my father again in spirit. But my process was to be okay with that, and to accept the fact that we have this life to live with these people that we love, and every day should be like heaven. Every day we should try and love and forgive and just be kind, and to never leave anything to guessing and doubt about how we feel about each other. The more I go down this path, the more I know that there is something. And kind of like what Megan said, I don't know what it is. Nobody knows what it is. We can guess and we can hope. I do believe that there is a place, even if it's a metaphysical place, where souls can connect. There was this movie called What Dreams May Come with Robin Williams, where his kids die and his wife kills herself. It was the most depressing movie ever, but the visuals of that movie were ridiculous. And he's an art lover, and when he gets to his personal heaven, it's like the painting that he has in his home that he loves, and he's slipping and sliding in the paint, but it's so beautiful. And I thought that was kind of cool, the idea that we all have our own personal heaven, and our own, and it's based on what we would want it to look like, which is ridiculously cool. Which is what gave me the idea to think, what would your personal heaven look like if you could pick? And I love that Megan said hers was on the porch by that lake or whatever, because that's very similar to mine, in that I spent quite a few years going to this camp with my family and other families from our church, and sitting around a campfire and talking and sitting around a table playing cards and doing jigsaw puzzles, and sitting in front of the fire with some of the most wonderful people, and having great conversations, and feeling safe and warm and loved, and not wanting to be in any other place in the universe. And that would be my personal heaven. And I realize that I've had it, that for years I had my personal heaven, and I still have it, because I'm surrounded by people that I love and adore. And that's the lesson to me, is that yes, there may be this place that we all go to where I can hug my father and be in that place again, but to remind us that yes, we do create our heaven, and it's every single day, and it's those little things that we love most about being with the people that we care about, that we'll remember and wish that we could have again. And we have it now. We have it right now. And I don't know. I remind myself that I can create that feeling again and again. Again and again and again and again. And I hope that you do too. And I hope that you live your life in those pockets of goodness, and whatever that heaven is, to create it. Create it. And if there's opportunity to be happy, to run toward it. Run. Anyway. I hope you have a great week, and I will see you next Tuesday.